Hey guys, how's it going? I'm back with another 10 metal bands you haven't heard but should. This one's a bit belated. I've had quite a lot of this stuff here for a while, but I've been super busy, so I can only apologise for the delay. But without further ado, first up we have Celestial Sanctuary. They're actually quite local to me, and they're from the eastern part of the UK. I've been meaning to get this LP for ages and see these guys. They recently played just down the road from me, so yeah, they're really cool live, and the debut LP is really good. Just sort of old school death metal, like if you like your asphyxes, your obituaries, your this kind of like mid tempo stuff, just really cool. Very much it does what it says on the tin, and I can't stress enough that if you want good solid old school death metal, then that is exactly this. There's not a ton of lead work. Some people like that, some people don't. Make your own minds up about that. And one thing I found really cool was live, the drummer was doing a lot of this cool kind of Morbid Angel double kick stuff, which works really well. Like, you know, when they have the kind of, that hit a chord and then have a double kick through, I really like how that sounds. But yeah, I believe they're working on or teasing that something new's happening soon. So but yeah, they play live a lot. If you're in the UK, they're a band that you can definitely catch live quite a lot, especially in the southern half of the country. Yeah, Celestial Sanctuary, really cool, straight up death metal, and that's on our Redefining Darkness and the Church Road records. Sorry, not the Church records. Yeah, I love this artwork as well. I have a sneaking suspicion that Timo Katola was a reference point when they commissioned the artist, just because it has that kind of aesthetic, but it's by One Walk. I really hope that's right. Next up, we actually have more UK death metal. There's a couple UK bands in the scene. In the video. I was up last night very ill, so just deal with it. Live Burial, Unending Futility. Their new album's actually, I've got the press kit in my email, so that's very much imminent. And this cool foil stamped shiny digipack. Annoyingly, it didn't come with a hype sticker because the hype sticker quoted my review and a couple others on it, which would have been nice to have. But yeah, this on a Transcending Obscurity. I bought this off a friend who's selling off a load of their collection. But yeah, really cool album. Again, very good, solid, old school death metal. This one has some more kind of technically, not like technical, but I guess there's more lead work, some a bit more kind of complex structures here and there. But still, you know, early Gorguts, death, stuff like that. And still got those kind of like deicide and it's just really good old school death metal. If you like it, sort of that kind of Florida-y sound with maybe a bit of bolt thrower and stuff thrown in there, it's really cool. Really cool artwork too. It's quite nice and gloomy. But yeah, just really good. Definitely one of the better UK death metal bands, which is saying something because there seems to be a hell of a lot at the minute, which is cool. Hopefully that's a prophecy of a growing, burgeoning UK death metal scene. Next we have some really cool stuff from Italy. I've never heard of this band till I got this one, Continuum of Zul on a Lava Dome. This is straight, perfectly done Morbid Angel worship, especially the kind of Covenant era of the band. Absolutely crushing sound on this. It's 5 tracks, like with an Absu cover. Really cool, really good cover as well from the early kind of more cult days of Absu. Continuum of Zul. Yeah, if you like Morbid Angel with those the kind of slow, mid to slower kind of Morbid Angel riffs, especially in focus, whereas Sigyn went more for the Altars of Madness kind of era. Really, really cool. Just really dirty production. Like it's a very well done production, but it just sounds gross and kind of drippy, and it's fucking excellent. Really cool EP. Very impressed with that one. Next, we have some American heavy metal from Iron Flame. This is Where Madness Dwells. These guys seem to have amassed quite a good following. This is on High Roller, by the way. Oh, my thumb was on that. In case you're not used to seeing the High Roller logo on my channel by now. But yeah, they seem to have worked very hard, very quickly, amassing some excellent records, and a loyal fan base. And it's very clear why. On the album, it's just very packed with melody. The songs are very memorable and catchy, but it's not overdone. It's not like they've just thrown in one too many things and just made it seem cheap and tacky. It's really nicely done, kind of epic heavy. It's not quite it's sort of on that line between heavy and power metal, which works really nicely. But yeah, if you like the old US power metal bands, then this is definitely one to check out. Really cool stuff from Iron Flame. Now we have the new album of German death thrashers, Protector. Now I can't remember if I have had them in a video before. I'm just gonna grab the there it is. Of course, The Shedding of Skin is a really cool classic album. Just excellent Teutonic thrash with that kind of, like I said, deathy tinge. But yeah, the new album's really good. This is a band that have stuck to their guns, like fellow Germans. Disaster being a kind of touch point of a band that they've had their thing since the late 80s, early 90s, and they've just not budged on it. And I always really respect that when a band can do that without it just being a cheap rehash of their stuff. It's a good 50 minutes long, this one. It's a very long thrash album, and yeah, full of energy. These guys clearly still heavy metal maniacs. Another high roller release. Killer stuff from Protector. Next we have an interesting one, which is Lord Vigo. Again on high roller. Love for high roller. They've been smashing it this year, as they always seem to. Now this is really epic and quite unique doom. It's got that very traditional doom kind of sound. Very drawn out, melancholic, as the genre tends to be. Very kind of oppressive sounds to the record. It's a really cool one. It's quite hard to put into words. It's an interesting experience, definitely. And yeah, really amazing songwriting. Really great way of making very tense songs that just sort of stick with you. Yeah, cool logo. The logo is probably more black metal-y. But yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion that I don't know anything about the history of the band, but they might be extreme metal fans as well as kind of doom and heavy metal fans, because there's just sort of that kind of an atmosphere. If you listen to it, see if you know what I mean. Drop a comment, see if you think I'm just talking nonsense. But yeah, really cool stuff from Lord Vigo. Next, we have Heaving Earth, which is some very odd experimental death metal. On a Lava Dome, there's some cool time Gawley bits, some cool kind of later Gorgutsy stuff. They've definitely got some kind of that weird dissonant stuff. Clearly phenomenal musicians who can just do fucked up stuff off the bat. And yeah, cool album, really cool cover art. I really like that art. It's sort of, at first it's like, oh, that's not much to look at. It just looks like a kind of stony colour on a plinth in the middle. But then you look and see these sort of unidentified corpses hanging off this cross, and it's just, it looks like it's raining in the cut. I don't know. It's one of those, the more you look at it, the more you kind of get out of it. And that's maybe prophetic of the album itself. I think there's some really interesting stuff going on. I need to give this more listens. I've actually only given it a full listen when I got it, because I've been super busy. And yeah, I'll have a addition to what I say here. At some point, but yeah, so from first impressions, it's a really cool, very different death metal record. But yeah, it's an interesting one. If you want really run of the mill stuff, this is not it. If you want death metal that's maybe bending the old borders a little bit, then this is very much for you. Now we have something a bit, it's not really new. I don't know if I guess if you're a fan of like the whole bestial black metal stuff and the South American stuff, you probably already know these bands, but it's a kind of 2-in-1, and I'm going to put it in there anyway, especially because my friend Alex gave me a really cool shirt of one of these bands, and it just sort of prompted me to go, yeah, I need to give Peru some love. So, Peruvian kind of bestial war metal. That's Devotees of the Devil, I'm sure. Devotos del Diablo. Please tell me they speak Spanish and I'm not fucking that up, because I really hope I'm right there. But yeah, anyway, this is Goat Semen and Anal Vomits demo stuck together on a split with some bonus tracks on. This is the Osmos version. I'm pretty sure there's another version. I'm I mean, the artwork, the kind of red, white, black, and they've got some gold in there just to show that they've got their own thing going on. Yeah, Go Semen especially. I love both bands, but they're probably the one that is a little bit more unique. They've got this kind of, you know, those bands like Holocausto and Volcano and the early kind of Brazilian bands. Then they've got a bit more kind of bestial, especially in like Canada and stuff. They've got these kind of Beharity riffs, then these just crazy high, or I guess the touch point is like early Slayer, like Show No Mercy Slay, just high kind of screams, which are just, I always think they sound fucking cool, and I wish I could do that. But yeah, Go Semen's demo, just pure evil, malicious, kind of bestial Black Death. Anal Vomit is even more kind of sonically just bludgeoning. So yeah, really cool split. 2 bands from Peru. Really killer stuff. Really love this split. Definitely check these out. It is the kind of stuff that will just slaughter anything. Now the last couple are Korgull, the Exterminator from Spain, featuring the guitarist from Titan Blood, whose name has just completely gone out of my head, but he's also in Graveyard and a bunch of other cool bands. That guy's got a great little arsenal of bands going. Of course, named after a Voivod song, which is always a good way of naming a song. This is, I guess you could put it in the Black-Thrash kind of pigeonhole, but yeah, it's got a lot of kind of first wave black metal, German thrash kind of stuff going on. There's definitely a element of just traditional heavy metal in here. This is on Van Records. They do have a new album out, which I reviewed. I think that was a couple years ago, which is really killer. But yeah, this band rules. If the name doesn't tell you it's going to be cool and the artwork doesn't, then listen to it, because they deliver. And now the last band, which is finishing on another UK band, which is, I don't think I've talked about this many UK bands in the last couple videos combined, so it's been a good time. But Mordhau, who I went and caught live recently, they're from Nottingham, and they play very much Swedish death metal, as the kind of colour scheme of this is usually indicative of. This is their debut album, Immaculate Massacre. There was a CD version. This is the tape version, obviously. No vinyl version to date. But yeah, it's just straight up like Entombed, Dismember, Bloodbath, those kinds of band worship. I love that kind of stuff. If you do, check it out. Another cool British band. Hopefully get some more stuff from them soon. And yeah, this is on Sunshine Ward Recordings. So yeah, finish up. Nice, tight, sweet death. Thank you guys for checking out the video. I hope you check out and support these cool bands featured. And this has been another 10 metal band you haven't heard but should. Until next time, stay metal.